Oh. Okay,
Oh,
ready?
here we are. Yep.
Okay, welcome back. It's Brad in Georgia. We're back for our second episode. We're already laughing, so this is gonna be fun. I can tell. We've decided to call this "Gettin Knitty With It," and that
Love it.
yeah,
Love it.
Yeah. So that was a suggestion given to us by someone on my Facebook page. I think it was on my Facebook page. I asked for suggestions. So if by chance I searched YouTube and didn't find any other podcast that was called Gettin Knitty With It, but if there is, please let me know. We obviously don't want to take the name from anyone else. But yeah, I think that's a good name.
Yep.
I think it's fun too. So it's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other.
I think longer, hasn't it? Been like a month. I'm sure. It's been
I guess
a month.
it has, because it was the week before Christmas, and it was really nice to be off.
Yeah.
It's very hard to go back.
But you have a 3-day weekend.
I do. 3-day weekend this weekend. So this is actually going to go up probably next week. So my 3-day weekend was last weekend. It's nice. I love my job, but it's just nice that what I was saying earlier was the more days I have off consecutively, the more creative I feel like I am. Saturday, I'm always tired and just I sleep in and just trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Sunday, I'm getting ready for the new week. When I have that extra day or days, I can do more creative things.
Yep.
I say that, and I had 2 weeks off for Christmas and hardly did anything.
Is that your car?
I don't think so. There's a car alarm going off.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I didn't do much knitting actually, or sewing, which is also nice sometimes.
You just need to not have a job.
Amen.
I'm telling you. It is definitely the way to go.
I would love to not have a job.
It's wonderful.
But with that said, I do love my job too. It's just finding the right balance. I think we should work half days. That's what I've come to the conclusion.
You know, I always say that not having a job is so wonderful. And actually, I have a job, so I don't know why I keep saying that.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
It's not much of a job. I mean, I love my job.
But it's not like a full-time job.
No. I work 2 days a week.
It's not super stressful.
Not at all stressful.
And so it's different than teaching.
I work in a dress shop and gallery. And I don't have to be there until 1. So, getting up isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Although,
see, when we taught elementary, we left town at 6:10 in the morning. That was horrible for me. I'm not built that way.
And we had an hour drive.
Yeah. Well, I still have almost an hour drive, but I don't have to leave until like 7:15 to 7:30. I don't have quite an hour drive. And it's my life has been transformed. Just that extra hour in the morning.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Really, really.
What do you think of these chimes?
I think it's fine. They were there last time.
We didn't take them down last time? Okay.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
If not, you'll get some soothing music in the background. So what else has happened? Christmas, New Year's. I didn't really do much, honestly.
Yeah.
I did go to ICE in Orlando at Gaylord Palms.
What is that?
So it's everything's made of ice.
Oh, wow.
So there are huge ice sculptures. There's an ice slide. It's inside the Gaylord Palms Resort, and it's 9 degrees in there.
Oh, wow.
9. So they give you coats to wear, but still, it's almost so cold it's not fun.
Oh.
I mean, we're Florida people.
Right.
9
exactly.
degrees.
Well, what is it, like 62 right now, and we're dressed like like it's going to be an ice storm soon.
Well, in our defense, it was much colder this morning.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. But it was fun. I did the ice slide.
Aha.
But you're probably in there only 10 minutes through the whole thing.
Okay.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
And it's just ice sculptures.
Right.
So you walk through quick.
Well, so what else
it was
did
fun.
you do?
I won't
Did you
ever
have
do it
like
again.
lunch
Here's
in
my
there
hot
or
take on
something?
this. It's a waste of money.
Oh. Well, was there
Because
more
here's the
than the
thing.
ice thing? Was there
No.
like lunch and all that?
Well, there were like little restaurants and but it was so packed. There were so many people. It was probably expensive. You pay $30 for the ticket to go into ice, but you're only in there 10 minutes to look at ice. You pay another $30 just for parking.
Oh,
so you're paying $60 for a 10-minute just to look at ice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I won't do that. But, you do it once and then you say you did it. But the next day we went to the Titanic Museum.
Uh-huh.
And that was fun. Well, you're very
Birds.
distracted today.
Birds. Yeah.
Oh, little
Pretty
teeny
little
tiny
birds.
birds. The next day we went to the Titanic Museum, and that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I'll put the picture up here where I'm.
Oh,
the
no
front of the ship.
kidding!
Yeah.
How fun is that?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So there were actually parts of the ship, the actual ship they had in the museum, and kind of each room you walk through, they set up as different rooms of the ship, and everybody has a name, and then you find out at the end whether you lived or died.
Oh wow, that
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was.
This is wreckage that they pulled up from the bottom of the ocean and
Yeah.
put it. That sounds like a great great afternoon.
it was really
thing
fun.
To do. In Orlando.
In Orlando.
You said,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun.
It was a lot of fun. And now I don't want to go on a cruise.
Oh.
Yeah. Because they actually make you feel like you're on the ship. So even at one point, like you're out on the walkway overlooking the water, and they literally make it look like it's night overlooking water. It's amazing.
Do you feel any of this? I mean, do you
No,
feel any of the
no.
of the
But
sinking?
they make it cold.
Wow.
You don't feel that. However, they also offer like a dinner where you can go into the dinner, and I think that they do like reenactments during the dinner. We didn't do that.
People screaming and running.
Room filling up with water. All right, let's talk about knitting or
Okay.
fiber things.
Let's see.
Oh, so I tried to put together some sort of agenda, so we're not all over the place today. So we'll see. Do you need to make that bigger?
Oh no, I think I'm good.
Recent obsessions.
You go first, because I
Okay,
know you've got
I
some.
obsess about everything. I definitely have an obsessive personality. Okay, first of all, first obsession. I really want to make a rag rug.
Oh, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, so I've been watching YouTube videos, crocheted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So with a big crochet hook, and they take old sheets, cut sheets into strips.
Okay.
And then crochet it around and around and around and around. You can make any, like circles, ovals, rectangles, squares, I guess.
You know, I don't crochet, so I can't imagine what you're talking about. I mean, a rag rug is made of rags. I get that. Strips of...
But you would just use that almost like it was the yarn with a big crochet hook.
Oh, I gotcha. That would be fun.
know.
That would be a pretty quick project,
I think so. I think it would be. I thought I still had this old colorful sheet that I wanted to use that would have matched the colors of my bathroom, but I went through my stuff the other day and I must have gotten rid of it. Which, what?
I just have the giggles.
That's okay.
No, what I'm thinking is, do you have to tie all those strips together?
No, so what they do is they cut it in a certain way. It's kind of like, you could do it multiple ways, but you cut it where it's continuous.
You are using different fabrics.
I was just going to use the one sheet.
And you think you're going to get a rug out of the one sheet? Well, I guess it'd be
I guess we'll see. Yeah, I just wanted a bathroom rug.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not
gotcha.
looking to like carpet a whole living room.
You're not going to do an 8 by 10.
Who knows?
Okay,
Maybe one day.
okay.
So I have been obsessing about that, but now I don't have the sheet that I want, so that's probably going to go on the back burner for a while. Because I don't want to go buy, even if I
No.
thrifted it, I don't want to do that just for that.
You've got so much fabric. So why couldn't you use a strip from, everything?
Well, you have to use like a sheet size, so you're not just using a strip.
A sheet size.
Oh, you're meaning one
One strip from each thing, but then you've got well, I don't know why you couldn't sew them together so you'd
Well, you
have
can.
one.
You can sew them together. Some people do that.
Because I'm thinking, I would think like the people in the old days that did the rag rugs, it's like,
Well, that's exactly what this is.
yeah, but I mean, pieces of everything that they have.
Yeah.
You
could
sort of
also
like a
just knot
stash
it.
buster.
I mean, you can just knot it and then just crochet it. Crochet hides knots a lot better than knitting does.
But aren't you going to feel that knot underneath your foot?
It's going to be thick. I don't think you feel it.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I'm speaking out of no experience at all.
Yeah, I haven't done a rag rug either, so.
My mom
that
is
would be
interested
fun.
too. Yeah.
Oh, that would be
She knows how
fun.
to crochet. She doesn't crochet, but I'm thinking maybe it's something we could work on.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
She's retired and constantly looking for hobbies, but doesn't follow through on anything. So, Mom, if you're watching. But I know. Oh. Well, okay, I'll talk about it later. She got me yarn. She ended up buying yarn from a yard sale, and then gave it to me. Now she wanted to keep some, and I told her no because she won't do anything with it, so I took it all.
And you're going to show that
I'll
later?
show that later.
Okay.
But okay, here's another obsession I have. So last time I was here, so Georgia works, she said, like at a boutique, and the owner, and correct me if I'm wrong, the owner hand weaves fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, and then makes things from it that she sells in the store.
Yep, she also does, you know, wall hangings, big wall hangings. She weaves metal just by hand, you know, so sort of like a lattice pie
Well, what does she
top.
make out of that?
Then she'll frame it, and it's
Oh.
a picture.
Sometimes she gives you kind of the end cut, like
Yes,
the extra
yes,
little
yes.
cuts and pieces. And Georgia gave me some last time. And okay, so I started playing last night.
Oh.
So this is what I did. I had some batting, so like quilt batting left over from the quilt I did.
You are not going to bring out a fiber thing?
It is fiber.
Oh, this is cool. I mean, I didn't know you did this.
So what I start, and literally it was just last night. It's the very beginning stages, very beginning. But I just started going through it, cutting it into pieces, and kind of fitting it on this. Now,
Oh, wow. Look
So-
at you.
so I looked online for different color schemes, and I found one I liked.
These are your colors.
Called Desert Dreams, and I just kind of picked out pieces. My colors. So the batting is actually fusible on both sides. So I would lay the pieces down. I just put a piece of muslin behind it. I'd lay the pieces down and then iron them on, and now they're stuck. So next step, or here's my idea. Like I said, I'm completely making this up as I go. I'm going to do strips, like bias strips of something. Denim, possibly, or honestly, I have a pair of khaki pants that I just ripped a hole in the crotch.
Uh-oh.
But I'm thinking I may cut those just on bias strips and lay the bias strips over these seams and sew them down, and then the edges of the bias strip will fray a little bit, but it'll cover up all these seams.
Okay.
It'll almost kind of look like stained glass.
Yeah, that's
kind
what,
of.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I could do another one and make a bag. I could frame it. I was just thinking all different sorts of bags. I mean, how awesome would it be? Almost like a carpet bag. It would almost be like a carpet bag.
I love the idea of a picture of a wall hanging.
Okay, that's what my roommate said.
Yeah,
I did not
yeah,
even
yeah,
think
yeah.
about that.
This is beautiful. And you're addressing my number one concern. You know, when you cut fabric that's been woven like that, it unravels so quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, because I fused it now, it's not going to unravel because it's glued
Okay.
down. But if I didn't do anything to it, it's still because it's not so glued down that it won't come up a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. You couldn't use this as a bag right now and bang it
No,
around. It
no,
would come
no.
undone. Yeah. This is very cool.
Aren't the colors so pretty?
Can the
I'll
camera
do a
see
close-up.
it?
I'll do a
okay.
close-up and
oh
put it
man,
in.
this is beautiful.
Are there many weavers out there? I know there are on YouTube. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. But I'm just wondering, because a loom's big.
Well, they're different sizes. You can get tabletop looms.
But
You
it
can
wouldn't
get
make...
You can get looms that are this big. You can get looms that are, this big,
Right.
that are on the floor.
Because there is a woman that I watch on YouTube called The Weaver Sews, who I'm extremely inspired by. She weaves all of her own fabric and then is very, very good at sewing and kind of finishing beautifully. So she sews up all of her garments using her hand-woven fabric.
Wow. Did you
Yeah.
show that to me?
I
Did
think
we
I
look?
did. I
Yeah.
think we talked about it last time when
Yeah.
we talked about the fabrics. But I love these colors. And like Janice said, and you, she said, just frame it. She's like, I'd love to have it just framed and hanging.
Mm-hmm.
It really would be pretty, especially finished off
Right. Finished
nicely,
off, I think it would be very
and then
cool.
framed. But even like a pillow, like a throw pillow, that'd be beautiful as
Yeah,
a
it
throw
would.
pillow.
It would.
I mean, I feel like if I just made rectangles like this in different color schemes, and then I could sew them together, cut them up, make all different sorts of things with them. But bags, I don't think I want to go into clothing.
Yeah.
I love making clothing for me, but I don't want to get into sizing and
Oh, right.
and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Plus, that takes a lot more fabric. However, with that said, I really would love to do this and make something for me to wear. I would absolutely wear this.
It's beautiful. On the top, probably, not a pair of pants.
No, on
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah.
What are you, anything you've been obsessing over?
Well, I just have my work in progress.
Do you look forward to the next project, or you wait till you're done?
I pretty much wait until I'm done. It just so happens that I have a next project, and that doesn't typically happen. No, I'm pretty much obsessing over.
See, I can't help it. I have about 15 projects down the line, but then I don't get to any of them. Here's what I learned. All right, I've learned this with my sewing, and since we filmed the last podcast, I set a goal. As soon as I set a goal, I don't do it.
Oh gosh.
I don't. I think it becomes like I have to do something. And as soon as I feel like I have to do something, I don't want to do it when it comes to like art and creativity. So I said I was going to finish the socks. No, I did do a little just because I made myself, but then.
Because you knew our play date was coming up.
Yes, but.
Get on the socks.
Yeah. So I have this.
But that's neat.
Yeah, I'm loving this. So we'll see what this turns into. Maybe next podcast I'll have something.
See, you're so much more creative than me.
Georgia,
you really
this
are.
could not. This literally, there's nothing creative about this.
Oh, that is not true.
I cut it into chunks and ironed it onto batting.
No. But you kind of came up with the idea in your mind. Even if you see it somewhere, and you think you're going to recreate it. See,
Well,
I don't do that because it weighs me down. It's like, oh, now I have this, this idea.
What, like trying to figure things out?
No, it's like if I am going to do a craft. Say I go to a store, there's a big clearance sale, and I see items that I could do a craft with. I won't buy them because then that item is going on my mental to-do list.
Oh.
And I keep my mental to-do list at a minimum.
See, I buy them and just think like, it's like my pantry. It's like my pantry of craft supplies and ideas are stocked. Anytime I want anything, like yesterday, I'll show you in a minute where I started thinking about a new a sweater. I just went through my yarn and pulled out stuff I had.
Yeah.
And bam. Now, there are, good side and bad side to everything.
Yeah.
I definitely wish that I was more like you.
Oh gosh, I really am a clean out and get rid of it
I
kind
wish
of a
I was like
person.
that.
Well,
because
but
I have so much between fabric and yarn. I'm not joking when I tell you I could open a store. That is not an exaggeration.
Where do you keep it all? In your bedroom?
My bedroom, I have a storage unit here in Gainesville, and I have a store.
Whoa, no! Now it comes out.
But wait a minute. It's not the entire
storage. Oh yeah.
It's not the entire storage unit, but still.
But there are two storage units.
Mm-hmm. One's a small one, little small one at my apartment complex, and the other one is like a big full-size storage unit.
I want to go in there with you.
Oh my God, I have so much.
We'll take our fan base with us.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. All right, show us. What are you working on?
Okay, so you want to know what my current working on project is?
Yes, what are you currently working on?
Well, last time we were together, my homework assignment was to...
Oh, and I bet you did exactly what you said
yes,
your
I
goal was.
did.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes, I did.
You're the good student that does what she's supposed to. Oh God, I love this. How did you find this?
I went to Ravelry, and I typed in Stash Buster project, and a number of things came up. This came up. It's called Off Center Rhapsody Jacket. Should I hold it up, or
I'll
you'll
put a
show
picture
it?
up.
Okay, it's called
It
Off
could
Center
not-
Rhapsody
like,
Jacket.
to me, that could not say Georgia Moore.
Well,
Which
it
as
really
soon as you sent it to me,
spoke to me.
I was like, it literally looks like you wearing it.
The colors I
Don't you
love.
think?
Yeah, it
With
looks
the blonde hair and everything.
Yeah. So this has been a really, really interesting project. I've learned a lot. There's tons of problem solving that goes into this. So
So last time we talked, remember we showed you all of the yarn she had.
Yep, it's right here.
We're very two different people. I have all the yarn. She likes to knit all of her yarn. So we went
Right.
through everything she had, and she wanted to use everything on one project, and then this is what she found. And
Yeah.
it's so artistic.
All right, so this is it. I've gotten started on it.
And it's all different weights.
Well, here's part of the problem solving. Okay, so you're going through the directions here, and it says that you're going to use something like
Is it a pay for, or is it free?
free. It's
Oh, okay.
free, and you'll see off-center Rhapsody jacket by Knitting.
Well, I just want to make sure
Fringe.
before we gave any details that it was
Yep,
free.
it's free. So it says that you're going to use about, for my size, 800 yards of worsted weight yarn. So I had to go through
And you
my...
literally had every...
I have all
weight
kinds, right?
possible, yeah.
So you know what I did? I went to the wraps per inch. I Googled wraps per inch, and there was a chart in there. And so literally, I took a pencil, and you wrap your yarn around it, and it will tell you, like for worsted weight yarn, you're going to get something like 5 to 7 or 9 to 11 wraps per inch. And so if you get that many wraps, you know that you've got
Right.
a worsted weight yarn.
Okay,
So, you know, like I paired a couple together. Like these two are paired together, and the two of them together make up about a worsted weight yarn.
Wow.
However, it has not really worked out because, you know, I committed the like cardinal sin of knitting. I got started thinking I had worsted weight yarn. You know, they said to use a size 9, US size 9 knitting needle. I did that. I knitted a few rows, and then I checked my gauge, and I have 4 stitches per inch. What they're asking for is 3 stitches per inch.
Okay.
So I
yours
thought,
is going to end up smaller.
yes. So now here's the funny thing. When I went to another chart with worsted weight yarn, you never get 3 stitches per inch. I mean, worsted weight, you get out of chunky and super chunky is when you get 3 stitches per inch. So I went from a size 9 needle to a 10.5.
Well, they may have just wanted it to be looser. So that's why they wanted 3. It's not that it would just give you a more open fabric.
But I really
Listen,
feel
Gauge
like
gives me a very hard time, which I'm going to talk about with my gauge swatch over here. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well,
you're not the ripping out kind of girl.
Oh, there is
there is no way. I was
going
to
to
say.
no way.
I love all of the texture. This is in the pattern like this, I'm assuming.
Well, no. So what's kind of cool about the pattern is it's knit basically in garter stitch. So you're just knitting, 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 knitting back and forth, right? But they said, you know, intermittently do a different stitch. And in the pattern, they give you 4 you know, stitches to choose from. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like this I threw one in there.
That's one.
Yeah.
This worries me.
Yeah, this is, oh yeah. I'll fix this.
Okay.
These are stitches for the back. So right now I'm working on
oh, that's totally not what I thought. So this goes down the shoulder. Like that.
Yeah.
So this is the front.
Yep, now I'm forming the neck.
I see.
Okay, and then I'll work on the back, and then you cast off, and then so this is the right front, right here.
No, you just said.
This is the right front.
Okay, then I misunderstood.
Okay, and I agreed with you. Yeah, this is the right front.
And where's this going?
The stitches on the holder are going to be the back.
So it wraps around like this?
The left back, or the right back rather. Then I'll cast on again, and I'll do the same thing for the left.
Wrap. So it comes up the front, but then down the back it'll be horizontal.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Nope.
Let me look at this picture. Okay. Okay.
Here are the pieces. Okay, so right now I am working on the right front here.
Oh, okay,
These
okay,
stitches,
okay.
I wonder if this is the shoulder.
No, it doesn't look like you have a shoulder seam.
Well, I mean this part.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't put that on hold.
Is it this part
I
then?
think it's that.
Yeah. Yep, so they're going to go,
And then you seam it down the center back?
yes, you're going to seam it
Okay,
down the
okay.
center back. It's an asymmetrical look, but here's the thing, okay? It's nice because, I'm going to end up with a smaller garment. But in terms of size around my trunk, I can just keep
Your
knitting
trunk.
my trunk.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
I
the
know,
trunk,
you're right, you're right.
my thorax area. So, you keep knitting until this is 13.5 inches wide. So if I need wider, and that's actually going to be okay. Where I'm
Okay,
ending
so
up
you
in
started
trouble.
here and you're knitting out.
Nope, I cast on here. All right, so I cast on
Yeah, but that's
here.
going to throw, if you need it wider, you need it on this side, not here, because that's going to make your neck bigger. It's going to make the neck hole bigger.
What's nice is I don't need it bigger.
Oh, okay, okay.
The problem is, okay, I cast on 140 stitches, right? Well, because I'm getting 4 stitches to the inch instead of 3, it's going to end up about 7 inches shorter.
Oh, because you're knitting it. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so what I'm going to end up doing, and there's no way I can block this, to be 7 inches bigger. But what's going to happen is I am going to end up putting a band
Sew it
around the
together
bottom.
and just pick up around the bottom.
Yep, make it longer. So it really is going to be like a coat of many colors.
It's beautiful, though. It's
Thank
because
you.
all of your colors work so well together.
Well, that's something else. So I started with these more softer colors, right? And then I get over here and I start going into primary colors. And I was a little worried about it, but I think it's going to work out okay.
Yeah. What's this?
This is
Oh,
where...
okay. Is this the wrong size? Or the wrong
This
side?
is actually the right side.
Oh.
And I don't know, I started knitting off my ball of yarn, and all of a sudden it came to an end.
So what are you going to do with this?
I'm going to weave it in.
On the front side?
I'll take it through to the back and weave it in back there
Why
somehow.
don't you just flip the whole sweater?
Well, I could, except that this would then become the left, and the neck might be going the wrong way. So,
Okay.
I mean, I put it in a knot just to hold it there. I'll be able to, take it through to the back and
Yeah.
look at, there's going to be tons of weaving in that happen here.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun.
I'm just loving the color. I need color. Lately, I just wanted more and more color.
So we'll see what happens.
Well, because it's garter, you'll definitely have the width you need. Because you'll be able to, stretch it and block it as wide, really, as you want it.
Yeah.
So, should I show you what I've worked on?
Yeah.
Okay, my only bit of work. Here are the socks. I feel like this is the time that I have to ask, forgive me, Father. This is all I've done.
What that?
The cuff. Remember, I only had the toe. So now I've just picked up, knit it on the cuff. I ended up doing a 1x1 twisted rib.
Look at the size of your double pointed needles. What are they, like a 1 or 2?
I think, yep, they're a 1.
Who knits on a 1?
Well, for socks you do because you want a dense fabric.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm not in the sock mood. I know that I need to give these to him, but I'm just...
Okay, now hold on. So are you at this point on the other sock? I mean, you're getting ready to finish like this? You're almost ready to finish here?
No, remember this is 2 socks.
I know, but then this is this.
No.
And then you put your heels down here.
No.
Oh.
So that's the toe, that's the cuff. I'm going to cut it in the middle So I have to put a toe here and a cuff there. Then I have to fold it and put the heel in there and the heel in that. So both socks need a toe, a cuff, and heels. The toe and heels actually go pretty quickly. It's just stockinette stitch, just round and round and round with some decreases.
And decreases, yeah.
This is ribbing. I really don't like a normal 2x2 rib though for socks. I just don't think it looks clean, and it's probably just my knitting. My rib always looks a little sloppy, but the twister rib I think looks really nice. I don't know.
It's a beautiful sock.
Maybe one day it will be, but I've decided I'm putting it away. It's just not. Here's what I decided. I don't need. I have socks. I have sweaters. I have plenty of clothes.
It's a gift.
Okay. Well, mine is it being a gift. Mine is it being a gift. I'm not going to force myself to work on something if I don't want to work on it.
Especially since you have 50 projects in the wings.
Yeah. Let's talk about something I am excited about.
Okay.
So remember I told you Mom got me yarn. She actually got it from a yard sale.
This is the one. These are the ones I thought were luscious.
These are the ones you thought were luscious. All right, so this, and then there was a cream color. So they're like a rustic wool. So it's not itchy, but it's more rustic. I really love it.
Well, I thought there was like a caramel color.
There is, so I ended up adding that. So I've searched and searched and searched for I wanted a vest because I didn't want it to be too hot as a sweater. So I couldn't find anything. I looked and looked and looked. I didn't really want to do stranded knitting because I didn't want the strand along the back. It would give me like a double layer fabric, which would make it even warmer, but I definitely wanted some sort of color work. And then the Trove sweater popped up. That's the one I sent you the picture of yesterday. Right. I'll put it up here on the screen. It's one that I've loved ever since it came out. It's very classic, but still colorful. So yesterday morning, I started going through my yarns and trying to find yarns that could go with it. And I have this left over from, actually this shawl. And that color goes really nicely. And then I have this, which has a little bit of a halo for the main color.
Uh-huh.
So I knit the swatch. So I love the colors together.
Wow. You were busy yesterday.
Yeah, I knit that up yesterday.
That's beautiful.
Here's the problem. My gauge is way off. I mean, way off.
Gauge.
I know. So the pattern calls for sport weight yarn, which this is sport weight. This is DK. But honestly, I feel like that's kind of a heavy sport. Because this also says it's sport. But to me, where's the end? I just want to... Are those the same?
Yep.
Oh, I guess they do look the same. But when you knit them up, they definitely are not the same.
All right, so how far off are you?
So, sport weight, the pattern called for, I believe, a size 4 needle. I always go up because I knit tight. So I started my swatch with a 5. And I could tell as I was knitting it, it was stiff. So I'm like, okay, let me go up. Because I always end up doing this. Even this was knit a little too tight. I always end up going tighter than I should. So I went up to a 6. So starting here, this is now with a 6, the top part. This is with a 6, and then I did a 1x1 rib with the 6.
And is your gauge still
So
off?
I'm like, okay, I like this much more. It's more open, it feels good, it drapes. I mean, it's not super stiff. I blocked it, let it dry, measured it. I mean, I'm way off. So I think that it calls for like 23 stitches per inch, and I have like 30. Well, I know I have 30. Okay. I'm pretty sure the pattern calls for 23. So, I mean, that's... Now, I did not stretch it when I blocked it. But, like, that stretch, that's really...
Too open?
Don't you think? I think this knits up much thinner, I think. So I was almost wondering if I should hold this doubled.
Then it's just going to be hotter.
Well, I know,
You're just going to have to
but
change the size of your needle by a lot.
by a lot though. But I can't imagine knitting that. Like, I'd have to go up to like an 8. Well, that's going to be really open with an 8.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be too open.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm going to have to try it. I love the colors. Do you like the colors?
The colors are beautiful together.
Yeah.
What did you count the gauge down here in the pattern?
Yeah, and it was only 1 stitch more.
Okay.
So it was 31. That was 30.
Okay. And I don't remember the pattern. Is it mostly
Trove.
this?
The entire thing is that.
Okay. And
Now,
what's this?
up at the top shoulder, right here at the top shoulder, you start up here and work short rows. So your shoulder angle comes down to like flat, and then you start the color work. So here, but then also your ribbing and your neckline and your ribbing at the bottom is and like, I do not like this rib. To me, that looks very like it's and I went down a needle size. I went back down to a 5 for that.
Yeah.
It needs to be heftier.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that looks. It just looks too like wimpy.
Well, you could do that twisted cast off that you were
Yes,
talking
I
about.
could. You don't think I should try to double it? I feel like I think that they call this a sport because it's fuzzy. So the idea is that the halo will fill up some of the space. But I love how like rustic these are. This is from Chelsea Luxe, and the color is Favorite Leather Boots. I don't know if they still dye this, but this color is amazing.
I love that.
I mean,
It's
it could not
beautiful.
be more perfect for me.
It's beautiful.
Then this
Beautiful.
is just an acrylic yarn that I got from Joann's years ago. It went on sale, and it has that fuzz. You know, I
Yeah.
love the
halo.
and just stuff stuck to it. And it's also, I find that it's harder to find like acrylic big box yarns in thinner weights. Everything's so much heavier. So I saw this and I bought it in every color.
Oh, wow.
I bought enough in every color that I could double it and make an entire sweater.
Okay.
So I got this color. I have like a pumpkin orange. I have an olive green. I have
All your colors, though.
I know.
That's nice. Okay.
Yeah. And those, I mean, that looks almost exactly like the picture of the original with this. The only difference is what color would you call this? Like a salmon?
Papaya.
Okay. Papaya. I like that better. All right, papaya. They just had like a light pink there, which I really liked, but I just wanted to use what I had.
Yeah.
But I think those colors are really pretty.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so your problem is gauge, and you got 30 stitches per 4 inches on a 6. All right, so now my comparison chart here, yarn weight comparison. A sport weight should give you 23 to 26 stitches on 4 inches on a US 3 to 5.
Wait, okay, 23. But wait a minute, that doesn't make sense then. Because if I'm knitting on a 6 and getting 30, and they're saying I should use a size 3 or 4 and get 23?
Then maybe this isn't a sport weight.
It was labeled a sport, so is this.
But you know what? This says sport/baby.
So sport is one step up from like a fingering weight.
Yeah, because you're going to have to go up on the needle size.
I really think I need to double this.
Okay, well, try it. If that's what you want to do.
I'm going to double it and go
Just
up to a
this
size
one?
8. Because these are, I thought this was worsted weight, and then it was labeled as sport. And then I looked up online, sport, this is DK. Oh gosh, everything's falling. Let's see where. That's DK, like, the DK looks smaller than the sport.
This is the DK?
Yeah.
It
And
does.
see, that should be heavier.
Right. Yep, it's confusing.
But then it still doesn't make sense why then, yeah, I don't know.
I think this is a good lesson in, doing a swatch,
We need
a
Linda.
gauge swatch.
Oh, yeah. Every time I'm going to make, but here's the problem though. I've made a million gauge swatches and then I go to knit the actual garment and it's still wrong. I don't know.
You're
I
doing
cannot
gauge
figure it
perfectly.
out.
You're doing gauge
I do it
the way that you're supposed to do it.
I try very hard to do it the way I'm supposed to. So this pattern, like I said, it's classic, but still I think it feels kind of modern. And the colors,
Yeah.
it kind of vintage and kind of modern at the same time.
This is going to be a really good lesson for you, because it's going to open up the knitting world to you more, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to go up 2 needle sizes.
I'm going to double the main color and I'm going to
Double
go up
this.
2 needle sizes.
And then when you get it wet and block it, stretch it a little bit. I would stretch it a little bit and block it out a little bit more open.
Okay.
And then you're going to get a lot closer to gauge size. I guess you could block it and just measure it, dry it and measure it and see where you are. And then
then wet it and stretch it.
And then I just don't have a problem with stretching it out a little bit.
Well, I don't either because I think it's going to open up these stitches some. I just didn't want to have to stretch it every time.
No, I have not ever had to do that with my garments. I don't know why that is.
I
It doesn't
really,
make
really
sense.
want this sweater though.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So it is a drop shoulder sweater, but I'm not going to do the sleeves. So I'm just going to leave it almost like a drop. It's going to kind of look like a t-shirt, but like a drop shoulder vest.
Yeah.
I think it'll look so cute, like over even like a long sleeve cream shirt. Even this.
Yep.
Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna have to decide once I get in, but I'll just figure this out later, is how I want to finish off the arms, the armholes, because I'm not gonna want to knit on a ribbing because it's gonna make the sleeve even lower, and I don't want that. So I probably will do a knit on. Oh, my mind just went blank. It's not on this shawl.
I know what you're talking about. That edge that we love.
Yes, but what is it? My mind went blank. It's not a welt. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking I'll do around the armholes.
You'll
That'll stabilize them. Plus, it gives a really clean edge.
a nice edge.
Yeah.
You know, I have some projects where I have like 4 swatches before I get started with the project. Such a pain.
I just don't trust my swatches is the problem. I do them, but then it's never actually worked out for me.
It usually works out for me, I would say. I did have one project where I used a much larger needle to get gauge, and then I knitted the thing up. It was like a t-shirt, and it ended up way long because of the weight of the yarn.
Yeah. But that wasn't a gauge issue. That was just how gravity pulled on the yarn. You wouldn't have known that until you made it up.
Right. And it's got a beautiful,
I guess
what do you
that's where
call
like
it?
yarn
Waist?
knowledge comes in, knowing like
Yeah.
what's going to pull longer. And that's all just experience.
I don't know how to fix that thing. I can sew some shape into the waist, but the bottom has a beautiful edge to it. And so if I hem that, that's going to go away. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a
Well, you'd
bathing
have to
suit cover
cut
up.
some out and do some surgery. Cut a chunk out and then graft it back together.
Oh my gosh. I made a huge Goodwill pile the other day, and I had that in my hand, and I'm like, my gosh, am I really
Or
gonna?
just rip it out and use the yarn again. Don't get rid of good yarn. If you're actually not using it, pull it apart, make up something you will use.
Yikes. You want to look at my next project?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Because
so
I don't know what this is.
well, this is fun. This
Okay.
was a Christmas present from
Oh, I'm like, well, you're running late. Oh, wait, you sent me a picture.
yeah. So
Okay, all right.
one girlfriend, Linda, gave me this gorgeous little basket.
So cute.
She's neat. She's got like a different basket or bag for every single one of her projects.
Is she a knitter?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Linda here.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So she gave me this great little basket. She gave me some stitch markers that are, it's from fireflynotesonline.com out of Canada. And they're little fish.
I think I've heard of them.
Little fish.
Cute.
And then another friend, my boss, Mel Grajada, gave me a kit.
Oh, they are little fish.
They're little
That's
fish.
so cute.
And they came with this little boat.
Okay, I saw that earlier. So
Yeah,
a
little-
stitch holder or progress keeper.
Yeah, little boat and those little fish. So those are adorable. And then I got this great kit from Mel Grajada.
Silk.
And they're silk and hemp. Cotton.
Where do you see this? You're just making this up.
No, this is hemp, 100% hemp.
Oh,
See it
okay.
there? Made
Okay.
in
Oh, this says
Thailand.
silk. I see it now.
Yep, silk.
Silk.
This one is cotton and
80s
silk.
silk and cotton.
So it's called What the Fringe.
Is this a free pattern?
No.
So the yarn is from The Loom. Is that The Loom? TheLoomBangkok.com.
Yeah. So this one is Fusilli 80. There's one called Speck. There's one called Risoni.
Oh, that's spec.
This one is Risoni in this gorgeous color.
Yeah. Oh, and it's different. Some super thin and then some's thicker.
A little
It's like a
thicker.
thick and thin.
Yeah. So the colors are just, to me, luscious.
They are luscious, fiery.
Piega.
They're very like spicy.
Yeah. Beautiful. And these are going to be, let's see what I'm going to be knitting these on. It's a small needle.
Well, it's small.
Needle
it's
size.
very small yarn.
US 7.
Yes, but it's a really open.
Yes,
Oh, you have
yes.
the picture there.
Very open.
Very open.
Going to be pretty with a fringe.
Yeah.
So, but I don't feel like I can start it until I finish this thing.
Well, you've got a lot of progress done in a week or two.
No, it's been almost a month.
No,
3 weeks?
maybe 3.
Yeah, I've got almost the right front done. So I've got the right back, the left back, left front.
This will
both
go fast though
sleeves.
because it's worsted, and it's just back and forth, back and forth.
True. True. But then I've got the
Yeah.
bottom.
Or it can be cropped.
My body does not look good in cropped tops.
You can wear
It
a
looks like
top.
a lollipop, and not in a good way.
You can wear a long like tunic under it.
Oh, that's an idea. That's an idea.
Yeah. We can play with it when you get it finished.
I feel like I want to do a lot more elongated
I
linen
really like
stitches.
that,
It just
yeah.
increases,
Oh.
goes faster.
Do you drop a stitch?
No,
Is it a drop?
no, it's an interesting stitch. I've never done it before. You, right, you insert the right needle as if to knit. Then you wrap the yarn around both needles and then in between the needles. And then you knit as usual.
Oh wow, okay. I've never heard of that.
Well, I had
It
a hard
looks
time
really
finding
good.
it on YouTube. I'm not sure that it's a
Or maybe it goes by
stitch,
another name too.
maybe. Anyway, that's that, and that's my next project.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I just don't know when to start the next project. Because I feel like I won't want to do anything. If I have 2 projects going on at one time, I feel like I won't want to do anything else in my life than knit. Because got to get those projects
Well,
finished.
stick with this one.
Yeah, this one, will likely not get finished to wear this winter.
Yeah.
So it'll be, you know.
Well, our winters are so small.
Right.
It's about this week. It's about all we get.
Yeah. It was, what, 22,
Yeah.
something like that?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the other day it looked like it was going to snow.
Yeah. It didn't, did it?
No.
No.
It did not, but it looked like it was going to. Okay, so I brought a lot of my projects, and I thought we could go through them and decide whether I keep them or do I rip them out.
Oh, okay.
But here's the truth. As I was packing them up, I don't think there's anything I want to rip out.
Well, then you shouldn't.
Oh, let me just say real quick. I did find this in my stash. I got this from a thrift store. I don't even know what it is. But what if I held these together? That would make it a little pinkier
That might be fun.
with that.
Do you have enough?
You know I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a drag.
I do have enough to hold that double. That looks like a lot of yarn.
Oh, don't get this next to my lips. Oh.
I am assuming this was used for weaving.
I don't like that.
I love the color. It's like a warm pinky.
Sand.
So yeah, I'm thinking with this, that would add a little more depth to it as well and lighten it up a little bit, add a little bit of the pinkiness. Plus, give me some more fuzz. You know I love the fuzz
Lots
factor.
of halo.
So maybe I'll swatch with that. Maybe I'll just have another swatch party tonight. And I'll do...
With the attendees of one?
Yeah. And I will double this for one swatch and then hold these together. I really love that color. Thrift store. I've gotten good yarn from a thrift store. I feel like that's enough. But what if I run out? There's no way to, I mean, then I just...
Well, it's only a front and a back, you know, you're not doing arms. So maybe you will have enough.
True. So I could just... Well, no, because it's not knit separate. I would say I could just do the front and then do the back without it if I needed to, or double. But it's in the round.
Right. I think you have enough.
I think I do too. So I'll play around with that. What else did I bring?
Rip it or keep?
I don't know that I actually brought anything that I would rip. I'm definitely not ripping this.
No.
That's my Creosote shawl. I have worked on a little bit, not much at all. All right.
Oh, good.
Okay, so here's one that I'm thinking I may rip. Oh my gosh, I guess I'm at the end of a ball of yarn. So this was a sweater I started. Here's the truth. I don't even remember the name of the sweater. It's actually a really cute cardigan, but I just stopped. I'll tell you why. When I ordered the yarn, I saw someone on Ravelry use these exact colors, and it looked like Gucci, like the Gucci colors. So this is a cardigan. It's an open front cardigan. It has a band that comes down, and on the band it has the green, a cream, and a red like stripe, almost like a sports stripe that ends right about here, and then the rest is just the green. And it looked very Gucci like. Then I got the colors in, and the colors don't look so Gucci in person. So it was just the colors on my screen, I guess, or with the person's camera.
Yeah.
So then I just I started knitting on it, but then I'm like, I don't know. So I have enough of this to make a sweater. I just don't know if I want it to be this one.
Rip it.
Okay. All right, that's a rip it. I think that's the only one that really I have. Okay. Oh, I've been debating ripping this. We looked at this one last time. This is the knit one below.
Oy, oy, oy.
It's so pretty. I'm not ripping it. What do you think I should?
I'd rip it, but...
You would?
Well, here's the thing, okay? I would go insane if I had all of these projects. Of course, if you're not in love with it, I'm saying rip it, rip it, rip it, rip it. To half number of...
I'm so bad at ripping things though. Like I'll get halfway done and then I'll be like, I don't want that, and I'll rip it. And then I end up not finishing anything. Because I knit half of it and rip it.
Oh. To me, if you don't foresee yourself ever finishing this.
Well, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I feel like this is something I could still pick up and work on.
You know what would be a good suggestion
I'm just
for
wanting
you?
things in the round, too.
You know what would be a good suggestion for you? You know how they have this rule for people who bring home clothes?
I know.
You bring something home, something's got to go.
One. Well, good. I'll get rid of the green one and cast this on.
Okay, there you go. So that's take care.
Now, these I know I'm not getting rid of, but I just brought them because I didn't show them last time. I don't remember the names of these patterns, but I'll put it up on the screen. Look at that. Did I show you this?
Oh, now this is a whole different story.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
This is the yarn that we started knitting with.
Oh, no kidding.
15 years ago. So Georgia and I, when we first learned to knit, we worked on a cardigan together. I think we told that story last time.
We did tell the story.
This was the yarn that I bought 15 years ago, and I started using it for this shawl.
You have more? You have more, yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is beautiful. Do not rip this.
No. You have my yarn rolling all,
oh, no, here.
all around in the leaves.
Oh, no. Whoa.
I can't reach there. Okay.
You got it?
Okay. I hope I haven't been hitting my mic. And then, oh gosh, this is going to be a mess. I'm not ripping this. I don't think I will ever finish this.
That is beautiful.
This is the painting. Wait a minute, make sure I'm not losing anything. This is the painting brick shawl. Oh, I'm in the middle of a round, that's why, or a row. This is the painting brick shawl by Stephen West. It is beautiful. It is an enormous, and I'm not even, I'm maybe a quarter of a way. And that's a lot of stitches on the needle.
Rip that.
Rip this.
Rip it. And get going on these.
This is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Okay. It is beautiful.
I also struggle. Now, I should have used a different color besides this navy. I like it.
For your colors?
Yes.
I think the navy is just going to show up as a neutral in the background.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
all you're going to see are these beautiful colors.
Okay.
Yep.
These colors, this was a kit I got from Hypothesis Yarns, and it's Wes Anderson. It's a whole color story based on Wes Anderson.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a shawl?
That is a shawl. A crescent shawl. I guess that's it. Do I have to set a goal?
No, you don't.
I don't do well.
See the sense.
I don't do well with my goals.
Then
I'll tell you what I will
let it
do
go,
is I'm
let
going to
it
work
go.
on swatches for this because I really want to work on this. This is all I want to work on right now. I love the colors.
Okay.
I love the design. I love everything about it.
Sounds
So,
good. Yep.
At least swatching.
There you go.
God, what a terrible. Oh.
Yeah.
What's your goal? No, you're just going to work on.
I'm just going to, every day I do a little knitting. So I'm just going to continue
Do you
on
think you'll
this.
be finished by the next time we podcast?
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
You know what we didn't say is what are we wearing? Do you know what that's called?
I do not, but I think we talked about this. Did we talk about
I don't
this
think
last
so.
time? Oh my gosh, this is years old. This is the one that my cat ate.
Okay.
The edge of, and
You had to do some surgery and fix it.
well, I didn't do it. Linda did it. I was going to fold it over and sew it on my sewing machine like this. And she picked up. We have to probably have her as a guest. I think she would like that. She picked up stitches and then did surgery on it and made. I want to say. I wonder if this is it.
This is called, I think it's called Dohne. 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 I don't know how to pronounce it.
Dohne. Well, I think that's a good stab at
I
it.
love this shawl.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It is
It
beautiful.
really, yeah.
Butterscotch.
So half of it is kind of like a lacy. It's not. I don't know. Would you call that lacy? It is open work.
Yep.
And then the other half is garter.
Yeah. Yep. Now this is a really nice spined off.
So this is just a slip stitch. So it's not an actual ribbing. It's just a slip stitch that makes it look like a ribbing, and then you just bind off.
It's beautiful.
All right, I think that's it. All right. Episode 2 is in the books. I'm Brad Schultz. This is Georgia Kelly. You can find us where? Do you remember your Ravelry name? I don't know if people want to know that. I put it on our last episode.
I don't remember my Ravelry
I don't remember
name.
mine either. I'll put it up there. But you can follow me on Instagram at Brad Schultz Design. I'm Brad Schultz Design everywhere. So I guess that's it. Until
Yeah.
next time.
Sounds good.
All right.
See you
Thanks,
in a month.
everyone. See you in a month. Yeah. Bye.